In recent days, concerns about political threats and violence have reached a new level in America, impacting even some of the nation's highest-profile public figures. It all started in Georgia, where administration officials began facing a surge of serious and violent threats. Authorities determined their only real option was to step up security dramatically, especially for those most at risk. This wave of threats is not new. Just last year, in June 2022, there was a foiled plot involving violence and even the risk of murder. The increased danger has targeted many linked to President Trump's administration. Even now, President Trump himself remains under significant security protection. The entire situation has sent shockwaves through anyone involved in public life, especially current and former officials, and it's made some rethink their personal safety and public exposure. Strikingly, the liberal media seems to have moved on from this issue, letting it fade from headlines. But for those in the spotlight, such as Stephen Miller, a senior Trump advisor, the threats are still very real and unforgettable. A recent report from The Atlantic highlighted how Stephen Miller and several other senior Trump appointees have felt compelled to move to military housing in the Washington area. This isn't just about staying safe from potential virus outbreaks or protests. It's about shielding themselves and their families from credible acts of violence. This troubling trend is a stark sign of our nation's deepening polarization, a divide to which the Trump administration's own actions both contributed and were victims. As a result, some public servants have found it necessary to physically separate themselves from society. These kinds of threats aren't unprecedented. We've seen similar cases before. For example, former defense secretaries like Bob Gates or public officials such as the mayor of Tijuana in 2023, who had to take refuge on military bases due to direct threats on their lives. For Stephen Miller, his wife Kitty, and their children, the situation has become so grave that military protection and relocation became necessary. This era of intense political division has brought real dangers to people in public service, dangers that cannot be ignored, even if news coverage has died down. All this raises difficult questions about the state of our politics, our security, and how far society is willing to go when ideological battles escalate into personal threats. For many current and former officials, the fear is real, and for their families, this is the new reality of public life.